Good morning, afternoon, and or evening. I'm EchoWaffle8 playing some Forza Motorsport 4, and today I have a challenge to get around the Nürburgring as quickly as I can and set a personal best lap time. I'm also going to try and beat the front wheel drive record, which is a 754 set by probably some French guy driving a French. I think it's a Renault or something. I can't remember. But anyway, that lap was a 754, and I'm going to try and beat it with this. The 2000 and something or other Cobalt SS, which I originally picked out because I thought it had a supercharger, but no, it's only turbocharged. Anyway, this one, if you're familiar at all with Forza, it's an S-Class, a 615 with 615, what's it called? Performance index. It has a performance index of 615, 330 horsepower, 330 pounds-feet of torque. It has a 2.5 liter inline four-cylinder engine, and it weighs 2,557 pounds. Now on to the lap. This is my fastest lap here. It's not very fast, as you can tell, and I bounce it off curbs a lot. I'm probably going to wind up revisiting this car, mostly because there are things that I've learned how to do now that I didn't know how to do when I started doing this. So yeah. There's a trick to this, that you have to be very, very careful with the brakes and the throttle, and you don't just slam on full power all the time and slam on the brakes all the time. You have to be precise. And I wasn't being very precise when I drove this car, when I drove it. I recorded this a couple days before I'm doing the voiceovers. So, yeah. But I think I can get some more time out of this car. It's, apart from all the upgrades that I added to it to get it up to S-Class, because it was like, I think B-Class or something when I first got it. I left it completely stock. It has like the stock tuning for the various parts. Apart from the fact that the wings have been tuned to like edited slightly so they can provide the maximum amount of downforce. Other than that, I've just let it be. And I may have fiddled with the gear ratios. I can't remember. You can tell how professional I am. Sorry about that. It has an open front differential, so it's like whenever you get to a corner, it's not like it's spinning away all its power to one wheel, but at the same time it's front wheel drive, so I'm not really sure if I want to fiddle around with the differential, because it might affect the steering or something. But yeah, it just spins away all its power through the corners, and it as a result, it revs up really, really high when it's turning, and it's quite hilarious. Although at the same time, it's quite annoying because it messes up all my shift points, and it like drops about 2,000 RPM when it's going around a corner. When it's finished going around a corner, I mean. That may just have to do with my driving style. Yeah. You may or may not have noticed you've probably noticed the racing number, 86404. I don't know why I picked that one, but it turns out it's like, the number 86404 only has like 8 factors to it or something. Because you can divide it by 4, and you can divide it by 2, and that's it. Look how much angle I get on that, like, not drifting angle, but like how far I tip it up onto 2 wheels. This is my fastest lap as well. This either means I'm A, so slow that tipping it up onto 2 wheels doesn't make half a difference in my lap time, or B, I'm not pushing this car nearly hard enough, or C, it's not really that fast of a car. And I don't know which it is. I'm just barely hearing the engine noise through my headphones right now. Yeah. The fastest I've gotten this thing to do on unlike the Nürburgring, is about 165 due to all the downforce it has. I can't remember how fast it goes through this section. I think it's like 140 or something. Or maybe it may be going near its top speed. I cannot remember. I've literally recorded this as as I'm sure I've mentioned before several days earlier. Like, this is a really forgiving car. It you can just bounce it off the curbs and it's fine. And yeah. Also, there's waffles on it because I'm Echo Waffle 8. Yeah. This corner here is called the Carousel. It's like one of only 2 banked corners on the Nürburgring. If you're hearing random snapping noises, I am just playing with a few Legos while I'm talking, because I don't know why. I think the next time I do one of these, I'm just going to write down a bunch of things I can talk about, and talk about them while this car is going around the Nürburgring. This is quite a long track. This is the longest track on Forza 4. It's like 12 something miles. 12.9. I love how on this game that they made the player character model reach out and touch the gear lever when he's changing gears, but then it doesn't actually move the gear lever at all. Also, I say lever rather than lever because of reasons. Also, I could have put a V8 into this, but I didn't because it had too much power. I am just babbling. Up around here, there should be, unless we've passed it already and I didn't notice, because I was just rambling, there should be a corner with a sign that says 16 kilometers. I think we may have passed it. That's the jumps it always does. The game wants you to slow down so you don't go flying into the air, but I always just take it flat out anyway, and I just brake immediately when it lands, as in like actual slowing down of the car rather than the car having an issue and malfunctioning. I totally didn't cut that corner. That's the line you're meant to take. No, it isn't. I did cut that corner. I'm sorry. It just was getting a little bit everywhere. Also, I may not have noticed when I was driving. This is the second of the banked corners. I can't remember what it's called, but it means the lap's nearly over. We did pass that sign that says however many, yeah, 16 kilometers. Huh. And this is the final straight. I get the feeling that whenever I'm on this final straight, the car's losing quite a lot of time, because its downforce rather limits it. But anyway, we're on to the end of the lap nearly, and then I can finally tell you how fast it went. Alright, this is the start-finish line according to this game, and across the line, this car did an 8:53.9 on its fastest lap, which isn't fast at all. It's nowhere near the record. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't beat it later. Leave a comment as to what other videos you want to see apart from Powder Toy. I'm putting that on the back burner for now. But anyway, yeah, hope you liked the video. I've been Echo Waffle 8, and see you later.